I was like, dude, this is crazy. I was, sitting there on the grill. I'd be cooking and like staring at white walls all day long under fluorescent lights. And I was like, after so long, you're like, dude, I got to do something else in my life. Like, this is crazy. My kind of decompression is Call of Duty.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, running a business and being an employee are two different monsters. Now you're responsible for everything. Everything falls on your shoulders. And the added level of stress that brings is completely different from an employee.
This isn't your standard home service podcast. Hosted by Bobby Danielson, Plum Funny's the only show with world-famous guests you won't recognize, but you'll wish you worked with. Welcome to the messiest and funniest job site in podcasting.
What's going on, everybody? We're back here with another episode of Plum Funny. My name is Bobby Danielson, and today's guest we have
Eric.
Eric?
Yes,
You are from
Arcane Plumbing.
Arcane Plumbing?
Yeah.
And how long have you owned Arcane Plumbing, or how long has Arcane Plumbing been a thing?
So it started August 1st, 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
And before that, how long were you in the trades before you even opened up shop?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
So 10 years before, and then now it's been, what, 3 years you said?
3 years.
So 13 years total?
Mm-hmm.
What was like the start of your kind of career in the trades?
So I was doing all kinds of jobs. I worked at Target. I worked at a skate shop. I worked at NASCO, the shipyard right over here.
Mm-hmm.
But most of my job experience was In-N-Out Burger.
Yay! Shout out to In-N-Out.
Heyo.
I love In-N-Out so much. You
Yeah.
have no idea. I'm a fucking addicted.
They're moving to Tennessee.
I know.
They're on their
We
way.
have one more month.
But yeah, that's where I kind of started, and then it was great working at In-N-Out. I had my kids and stuff, and I was like, dude, this is crazy. I was, sitting there on the grill. I'd be cooking and like staring at white walls all day long under fluorescent lights, and I was like, after so long, you're like, dude, I got to do something else in my life. Like, this is crazy. So I left In-N-Out, and I was like, what am I gonna do? And my dad said I should, maybe try one of the trades, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually started, trying to go the electrician's route, join the union, did all the testing, and, got my date for the interview. And then I had an emergency happen that fell through, you know?
And those guys do not play around with it. Like,
no, they're like, you missed it. That's it. It was a 2-year waiting process for me. So I missed that, unfortunately. And I was back to square one, And so I was like, all right, let me just go on Craigslist. And I found a group interview from a plumbing company here in San Diego. And they did a group interview. And I was down to like my last $20. Grabbed myself a nice shirt, showed up early, did a group interview, and I got hired that day.
Really?
Yeah. And that was kind of the beginning of it. I was like, this is like my last chance,
Yeah.
So I got hired and went on as an apprentice and just started learning, going to school, and yeah.
What year was that when you started?
I think it was 2013.
2013. So I'm sure that, what was the starting wage? It was like $16 an hour?
No, I
17?
think I was at 11 an hour when I started as an apprentice. And then
$11 an hour, though, is like that. Even, 10 years ago, I feel like that was like, yeah, that's fucking good money. Like starting out.
Yeah, I was like,
right?
oh yeah, $11 an hour. I was making more at In-N-Out at the time.
But with the overtime and stuff, I'm like, that's what I feel like. If you're going into the trades, like, all right, I got this, but I'm gonna be working 10 hours or so, like 11 hours or something like that.
Yeah, and it was fine for the time. Things weren't as crazy as they are now, economically.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, it was quite the experience, learning all the skills and all the stuff, and meeting all the trades, all the dudes who've been in the trades for like 40 years. I'm like, dude, these are some rough ass people. You know?
Well, did you see like most guys that were maybe not even from California? Because I was an apprentice at Local 11 in LA, and then most of the guys that were out of state that were from Chicago were the biggest fucking assholes.
Yeah, we had some assholes.
I don't know what it is. Like, I get it to a certain extent, but it's like you're just being an asshole because you like to be an asshole. And I can see it.
And it came out in the way that they would train me. You know? They were mean. They were not nice.
Little hazing.
Yeah. We had one dude, Dave Grohlman. He's an old school guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's the kind of guy who gets right in your face, and he's like talking to you this far away from your face. He's smoking cigarettes all the time. Super animated. Nicest guy in the world. He's from Arizona. He's what you would call, what do they call it? Sunburnt or something like that. Like they're just like
Yeah,
The sun,
Bernie's
too
or
much
something?
sun, too much sun, you know.
I don't
But
know.
man, salt of the earth. He's a good dude.
Uh-huh.
And but we've had a few guys who, you know, they would haze me and stuff. They'd put me underneath the house and they'd close the fucking crawl space
No
door. They
way.
say you can't come out till the job's done.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. You know,
Ooh.
and they'd be like, "Oh, Eric, you're up in the attic all day.
Yeah.
You know, you don't come down till it's done." I'm like, "Fuck, man." I'm like hustling to get all
Yeah.
the shit done. You know.
Do you think like working all those other jobs though? So how old were you when you decided to make that change?
I say I was probably 28 or 29.
So you had enough experience because like I feel like a lot of people get into a career and then they don't really ever leave.
Yeah.
Or you have like the people that have done a bunch of different jobs and then they hated every single one of them, but all those jobs led you to realize what you don't want to do.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you think that kind of actually played like a positive part in putting up with that shit?
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, yeah, I think that life experience. Because I mean, it was kind of everywhere you went. You know,
Yeah.
there's always somebody there who's been there so long and they think that they're the shit or this and that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think I was old enough at the time to realize that, you know, this is just part of the process of getting to where I want to go. You know?
Yeah.
So I was willing to take on all the shit. I didn't care, you know, and they were all cool guys. The way I looked at it was if they weren't fucking with you, they didn't like you.
Yeah.
You know,
Something was
so-
up if you weren't getting fucked with.
Yeah, if you weren't getting fucked with, then
you might be a narc on the
you-
job.
yeah,
or
you
something,
might,
you know? Like,
you
okay.
might be somebody they don't like. But you know,
Yeah.
I was an apprentice that, you know, even though I was probably one of the older apprentices there, even at 28, 29,
Yeah.
I mean, they all liked me. They
Mhm.
all wanted me to, you know, be running jobs with them and stuff
Yeah.
because my mentality was like, let me make these guys money. If I make these guys money, I move up faster.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was kind of my mentality during my apprenticeship.
Well, what was your upbringing before that? Like, what was your dad very like hardworking? Like, did you have like a lot of like chores growing up? Like, you were very
Yeah, so like my dad really wasn't in the picture. It was more like a summer thing. He lives out in Indiana.
okay.
And but every time I ever saw my dad, he was always working hard, always building something, always doing something, you know.
Yeah. So he had that
And,
work ethic that you
yeah.
kind of adopted.
Totally.
Yeah.
And my mom, you know, she's low income, and that was actually probably the biggest thing for me was that I saw the struggles that my mom went through,
Yeah.
you know, being low income and all, you know, government assistance, all that shit. And
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's not something I want for my life.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to go through all that. So I made sure that I, you know, worked my ass off to get, you know, to where
Yeah,
I'm at now, you
for
know.
sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people, it is hard. I have a lot of friends that, you know, their parents got by, provided, but you could see that they wanted more and they're like, and I see some of my friends, it's like, your parents, I know your parents want you to be doing more, but you're just not doing it, you know?
Right.
It's all I feel like a parent, as you want for your kids, like, to have a better life than you had.
Totally.
At least as long as, I mean, if you're a fucking good parent, I feel like that's what you want.
Yeah.
Some parents I've met actually don't want their kids to do better, which is really scary.
It's weird.
It's really weird. Like,
Weird
they're
thing.
jealous.
Yeah.
You have more life ahead of me than, you know, or you have a lot,
Yeah.
whatever the case is.
Yeah, I mean, my oldest is 21, my middle boy's 18, and my daughter's 16. You know, my oldest already moved out. He lives in Missouri with his mom. He's
Nice.
going to college, doing his thing out there. And then, but my middle boy, man, he's got that entrepreneurial mindset, man.
Uh-huh.
He's all about like, you know, he's got business ideas coming out, all this. So my job is like, all right, how do I guide that? How do I like, make
Help them
that
facilitate that.
How do I make that happen for him? And so a lot of my talking with him is just like trying to keep his mindset straight, you know, like
Yeah.
not getting lost in all the partying and all the bullshit that goes on as a teenager. You want to do all these things. So, I mean, he's working his ass off right now, saving
Yeah.
money. So, I mean, that's cool. And, you know, that's something that he actually told me. He's like, the other day, he's like, I'm grateful that you've worked as hard as you did so that you were able to provide me with the opportunities to pursue the dreams that I want to go after.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Because it was never like that
Nope.
for me. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's huge, kind of being the lighthouse, you know, shining. Because if you have parents that kind of don't have goals or strive for a lot of things, or, you know, it's hard to kind of follow in those footsteps, or like maybe that makes that kid even more hungry to
Yeah.
do whatever it is. But yeah, keeping on track with, I'm sure with a kid that's entrepreneurial or has that push.
Oh, bro, he
It's
pushes
scary.
me. He pushes me. He's like pushing me in my business. He's
Uh-huh.
like, "Hey, Dad, you got to do this." He's all make sure you're writing your goals down. Da, da, da. I'm like, "Oh shit, okay, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right, you're right."
Yeah. Dad, did you meditate today?
Right.
You gotta get
He's like, you gotta get that ice bath in.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that, no.
Oh man,
I
that
don't like
literally
the
sounds
cold.
like my dad. My dad's on like a huge health like. He wakes up, he'll do a cold plunge. Like he has like one of those like actual. It looks like the Yeti coolers.
Oh yeah.
Fucking gets in that thing at like 3 in the morning. It's like, fuck that, Dad. He's my dad's a little psychotic.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe watches too much David Goggins. But,
yeah, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, exactly.
Do something hard in the morning.
Do something you hate, so everything else you love.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Whatever it is.
Well, that's crazy. So I guess let's get into a couple of the questions
Yeah.
right here. So what was the moment you knew that you were going to start your own plumbing company and not work for someone else? Like, I'm sure like coming into an apprentice, you're like, fuck, everybody has that in their mind. I'm going to own my own company someday, blah, blah, blah. But like, was there a shift where like maybe your job or like, the company you were working for, you're like, I could do this better.
Right.
And did you kind of just follow it after that? Or was there a time where...
So I think I would probably say it was probably 5 or 6 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, being with the company I was with, they weren't a cheap company,
Uh-huh.
right? So I'd go in and, sell a job, and let's say the job was 10 grand, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd end up getting $1,000 of that job,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. A day's work, $1,000, that's pretty fucking good, right?
Yeah.
But then I think to myself, like, damn, it's 10 grand. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I can do this job. Like, I did the job.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so it was like little thoughts like that where I was like, man, I could just do this job and keep the whole 10 grand.
Yeah.
Obviously, running your own business, I was very wrong about all that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, oh yeah,
Cookie
it's
cutter.
10 grand. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I get to keep 10 grand. No, you don't get to keep 10 grand. You get to keep like maybe 20% of it.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And but initially it was that kind of thinking where I was like, I think I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily that I would do it better, but that I could adopt what I've learned from this company, because it's a well-known, really good company,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and what they were doing was working.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I started taking notes, kind of how things are being ran.
Uh-huh.
And there was a point where the company was going to be sold. And when that happened, I worked for enough companies to know what happens when companies get sold.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to just become a number. It was a nice family-owned business, good environment, everything was sweet, But, companies get sold and things change.
Yep.
And so I was like, let me start to make my exit here,
Yeah.
So I think it was about a year to a year and a half before I actually quit that I started pursuing getting the license, doing all the schooling, the testing, all that stuff,
How was that too? That's no easy.
No, I mean, I did mine online.
Uh-huh.
There's some cool like physical schools you can go to
Mm-hmm.
that are really good. I did mine online, and so that one, first time I ever did an online course, which requires you to be very like self-disciplined to get it done.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So that was a new thing for me. I was always like, oh, I need to be pushed to get shit done, you know?
Yeah.
But-
Incentivized.
Right.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I was like, nah, I'm a fucking adult.
Yeah.
Like, I need to do this shit. I don't
Yeah.
need somebody pushing me along to get shit done, you know?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on, you got it.
you got it.
Yeah.
No, nobody cares.
Yeah.
But that saying, it's like, nobody cares, work harder or something like
Work
that.
hard, Jocko.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Nobody cares. I'm a Navy SEAL.
Right.
I would not want to fuck with that guy
No,
though.
there's
You
some of
know?
those guys are monsters. They're like David Goggins. He's like,
Yeah.
fucking no, just do it. I'm like, you're
Sometimes
not
when it's
human.
like, dude, I need to cry right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Cry.
yeah,
I
sometimes
feel
it's
that.
a little overwhelming, and it's
Yeah.
like, let me fucking cry in this corner, and then
Yeah.
I'll come back and I'll be
I'll be
fucking that
better.
guy. Yeah. Sometimes like you can follow those, and I mean, shit, Jordan and I were working out. It was like a year, and it was just like every morning, 4 o'clock, we're gonna get up, we're gonna go work out. I'm gonna cold plunge. I'm gonna do all this. You just get burnt out, and it's good to have that discipline, but like how people say, like being consecutive isn't just like winning all the way, just a steady incline. It's more like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of things in life. And my life has always been a roller coaster. Getting in trouble and then, trying to better myself or
Right.
whatever the case is.
You go through those ebbs and flows of, I'm going to do better, and you do better for a while, and then you're like, I need to shake shit up.
Exactly. And then you
know?
get a little derailed, and then you got to pick yourself back up.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
what would you say is like the biggest roller coaster in the trades that you've had to kind of overcome, but is like secondhand now, is like dealing with having employees, or is it just like being that guy that, oh, you've seen this kind of job come up, let me help? you know, they have a question, like a guy has a question, or like what is like the biggest learning curve going from being an employee to being the employer?
Biggest learning curve. I think it's that transition. It's the mindset transition from going from employee, not having the responsibility of running the business to, you know, you get in this mindset, oh, I can do this. I got this. You know, I should be able to run a business on my own. As an employee, you're thinking that way. When you become the employer, now you're responsible for everything. Like everything falls on your shoulders. And the added level of stress that brings is completely different from an employee. So you have to shift mindsets to what it is to be an employer.
Yeah.
You know, because as an employee, you're not responsible for anything. You go to the job, you do the job, collect your paycheck, you go home, you don't got to worry about all the 100,000 things that have to be done in order to make sure that employee is able to do that job, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at right now, is that learning curve is, you know, how to shifting that mindset from employee to employer.
Yeah.
You know, that would be the hardest thing right now. And, you know, running a business and being an employee are two different monsters. It's two different skill sets altogether.
Yeah.
Like plumbing, fine, easy, you know, no big deal. Running a job, talking to customers, collecting money, whatever.
Yeah.
That's all employee stuff, easy stuff to do.
Yeah.
It's the making sure that employee or myself has a job to go to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Even, because you never leave work. Once you have employees, like no matter what, you're on the job.
You're on the, you're working.
Whether that's just meeting somebody like, hey, like, oh, you need, you know, brushing up with somebody that needs work done.
Right.
Man, yeah, that kind of puts it into perspective of having just a job site to go to.
Right. So, I mean, it's cool though. It's like, it's learning a whole new skill. I don't mind it at all. There is an added level of stress to it, but you know, it's, in my eyes, it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know, because you're building something.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a sense of pride that goes along with that, you know?
Yeah. Would you say like stress is more of an emotion, or is it more of like just a sensation of like being compared to being sad or happy? Like what would be stress? Would that be more of like just a sensation of like overwhelmed, or was that like an emotion, would you say? It's kind of a hard question. I don't know why I asked it, but
no, I mean,
you know?
no, it's all good. Well, stress, I mean, it's like the way I feel stress. I tend to feel stress in my body.
Yeah.
You know, like, or in my head. Like, I imagine people probably feel stress differently, handle it differently. I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah. How do you kind of alleviate that stress? You got fucking emails to get back to. People are calling you. You're just like, what do you do to just kind of like, all right, shut everything off? Like, is there something you... Some people hit the bottle and it's like, hey, do your thing, but like you still got a job to do. But
yeah. So my kind of decompression is Call of Duty.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest.
Have you played Battlefield yet? The new one?
I played the beta.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was good. It's different because I've always been Call of Duty, but the Battlefield beta it's just a different gameplay style, you know?
It is.
But super good game.
Dang, so you go to Call of Duty, do you have like your headset on? You're like, you talk shit to the guys that
sometimes. Yeah, I do.
That's what Jordan does. Jordan sometimes gets on the headset, she starts talking shit to all the Fortnite players.
Hell yeah.
All the 5-year-old kids that she...
Right? Yeah. Yeah, we get a lot of shit talkers on Call of Duty, but I tend to like to be, I do talk a little bit, but I tend to just like to just ruin people and then just quietly leave the game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of my go-to, is like that shuts everything off. I don't have to think about anything, and I'm just like playing.
Yeah.
You know?
Is there a time you could look back and like, is there an employee, you don't have to name names, but you're just like, what the fuck is this person doing? Like, they're just creating a mess that you had to be like, clear up, that was pretty wild? Or even a job that was just wild? Customer? What's like the dirtiest that you've came across? Like something you pull out of a fucking drain that's just like, how did that get in there?
Oh shit. I mean, I had as far as drains goes, I pulled out underwear, tampons,
really,
lots of wipes. I mean, you know, people abuse their drains. I pulled vapes out of drains. Yeah. I just recently pulled out rubber duckies from the toilets.
Way.
Yeah.
Must have been a Jeep owner. Just kidding. Shitting out ducks.
Customer said I could keep the duck, and she's like, "What are you gonna name it?" I was like, "I'll name it Auger," because I have to use an auger to pull it out, you know. Yeah, it was a little orange rubber duck, and I had to pull the toilet and pull it out, you know. Yeah,
Was it still intact? Like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, it has some, cuts in it from the, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that, I pulled out some dentures one time.
No.
Some lady put her teeth on the back of the toilet and somehow fell into the toilet. She's like, my toilet doesn't flush. I had just installed the toilet too. She's like, my toilet doesn't flush. And
That gets under my skin because I watched that as a kid. Mythbusters was a huge fucking show that I
oh, yeah.
watched. And they did that thing where you poop in the toilet and you don't close the lid, and then how far the poop particles go out. So for those dentures to be right behind the toilet is fucking nasty.
Dude, when she told me, she's like, oh, I said it there. Like, that's the first thought that came into my head. I was like, you flush that with
your poopy
with your
teeth over there? Oh my god.
Dang. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of weird stuff. I mean, I've heard stories from my techs who kind of train me of things that they have found in the drains. How true it is, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll tell you, but I mean, we can cut it out.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
want
tell
to.
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
One time, my buddy had found a actual fetus.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. He said he found a fetus in the drain.
They had to have known.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or maybe a miscarriage or something like that. Or
oh no.
yeah.
Oh, that just broke my mind.
Isn't that crazy? I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That's wild.
That's sad, but it's like at the same, like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Right? When he told me that, I was like, I didn't even know what to say. I was lost for words.
I don't know what to say right now.
I was like, what are you telling me right now?
Oh, that's crazy. And then to like have not only his story, but like the story of them, like her, or
yeah.
You can't go to dinner
No.
later that night. You know what I'm saying? You don't fucking
Don't go to dinner.
You're not. You might be hungry, but
yeah,
your appetite's gone.
Yeah,
no way. That is by far that might be one of the top 10 craziest things I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't me. It was him. But
yeah.
I couldn't believe it when he told me that. Yeah, it was crazy. But that would probably be the craziest story that I've heard.
Yeah.
But luckily for me, I haven't pulled out anything too insane.
Yeah.
Human waste, doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
We are disgusting things.
So you guys are mostly, you guys do just, what's your company's kind of main thing that you guys go do? Is just
residential?
Residential,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and very light commercial.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're mostly residential.
Huh.
Yeah.
And what is the, like your average kind of customer like? Is it just your everyday mom and pop? Is it like you're in some of these really fucking high-end neighborhoods?
Sometimes,
yeah.
I got La Jolla, actually here in Coronado, I got a pretty consistent customer over there. We put in tankless, ran some gas lines for a fire pit. His house is like right on he has like his own beach.
No
coming
shit.
off the back of Coronado there, so he like opens these glass windows and he rolls his jet ski out to the bay here.
Yeah. Want to get coffee?
Yeah.
Do you dabble in like stocks or anything like that?
Socks?
Like trading? Like you like
stocks.
Yeah, like stock trading.
I thought you said socks.
Oh yeah.
I wear socks.
I'm a fan of socks.
Yeah. No, I mean, I did trade for a while. I would do, a little bit of day trading, not too much. I was never really good at it. I spent a lot of time trying to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I couldn't grasp the concept of it. I did a little bit of trading, made a little bit of money, lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, but now I just kind of do slow. I just be putting in an S&P 500.
Yeah. I don't
and
have any of that
just
stuff.
keep it growing.
Yeah.
Over time as much as I can.
Yeah. I need to start getting in on that.
Yeah.
For sure. But let's see. I can't get my mind off that story.
Yeah.
Have you ever walked onto a job site and immediately thought to yourself, there's no way that I'm getting paid enough to do this job? Like,
as an apprentice, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was it? Do you remember?
I think I briefly touched on it a little bit, but I told you earlier about the crawl space. The guy would shut me in there.
Yeah.
So this happens a lot too, and it really happened, I think, to the apprentices more than it does to like an actual tech. But like, they'd put you up in an attic And it'd be like, you're up there all day covered in fiberglass. It's hot as shit. You're running pipe or whatever. You're cutting, you're threading, all normal stuff.
Yeah.
But to be like the new guy getting paid $11 an hour to do all that work,
Yeah.
you know, you're like, this is fucking crazy. I don't want to be doing all this, you know? This guy's making, you know, $1,500 on this job. I'm making 80.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And
I hated that feeling.
but yeah, I remember the crawl space job was crazy because he's like, all right, you got to pipe all these water lines in. And he's like, get in there. He gives me all my shit. I go in and the crawl space is fucking like nothing. You know,
oh, God.
I'm on my belly and I'm like way over here trying to solder these lines together. And I remember walking in, there's like a dead possum, like its carcass right over here. So I'm crawling over, you know, dead bodies. It's wet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking, what am I doing? Like, this is insane. And he's fucking locked the door. I can't get out of this bitch.
Might as well be in Normandy, fucking crawling over your friends and
like,
shit.
What the fuck? There's jobs like that. And then, you know, if we're pulling sump pumps out, I remember we were pulling, we were Rancho Santa Fe. There was it was probably like a 10 or 15 foot sump. And there were 2 pumps down at the bottom and it was filled up. And they had to tie me off to be able to hook these chains to the pump because we couldn't get it down. The chain that we had to hook to it wasn't long enough to reach the pump.
Yes.
So I had to like stick my fucking arms down in there and like we pumped some of it out so we could see, and then when I hooked the chain up, I'm just like hanging upside down. There's like shit in like it's just the most vile thing. But I don't know. I fucking did it. I had those age, moments. I'm like, what the fuck? I was all okay.
Age, you just don't give a shit. It's
whatever.
Like, I would just want to go home. Yeah. That's all it is.
Let's go. During learning plumbing, like, there's not as many, at least for me, there weren't as many, like, horrible stories. Of bad shit going on, you know?
Yeah.
Even though, like, the guys who were training me, they would do a little bit of hazing, this and that. Like, they looked out for you. You know, it was like once you got their trust and once you like not necessarily proved to them, but you know they were like, all right, he's cool.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
He fucking works. He he does his shit.
Yeah,
he'll give you a little bit of shit, but they look out for you.
Yeah, earning your stripes kind of thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
And they're like, they got your back and stuff, and it kind of turns into like I guess a brotherhood of some sort.
Sure.
You know?
No, 100%. I mean. You're with these guys every day.
Every day.
It's like you're not working next to some stranger,
right?
Or, so
and they're all good dudes. Yeah, I mean, I still talk to a lot of them too.
Switching up the speed.
Yeah.
If Arcane Plumbing had to sponsor one event in San Diego, it could be Padres game, or you guys don't have the Chargers anymore, which sucks. I was wearing my jacket earlier, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm representing the wrong city. But what event would you sponsor?
Like major event or any
major event, musical, like is there any events that you like to attend every year and like if you could sponsor it you would? Is there like a chili cook-off or like a music like a
I freaking love chili.
I know, I love chili. Get me started on my chili mac.
Some barbecue, I'm good with that. I guess maybe when some kind of festival, some kind of music festival.
Yeah.
I fucking love music.
Yeah. What's your favorite kind of music?
I really like all kinds of music, but I'm like into like metalcore stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say you look like Zila fucking some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit too.
Give me it. My band right now is Sleep Token.
Wait, you have a band?
No. My band that I listen to.
Oh, I was like,
I wish.
What the hell?
I wish. Once upon a time, I was in a couple bands, when I was a teenager. But Sleep Token is probably my favorite band right now.
Sleep Token.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome.
What is there like? Is it just your kind of like your typical?
It's like a
not scream. What is it? Is it like screamo?
Not
I feel
really.
Like screamo's like so like generic.
Yeah, no, these guys they're like a rock, electronic kind of. I don't know. It's very difficult to place them anywhere. Yeah, but they're fucking amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They got a whole lore about their music. Yeah. Huge crazy following.
That's cool.
So, yeah, but any music festival, I'm down for that.
Let's see. Looking back, what's the most San Diego dad thing about you? Is there like a certain, what is it called when like it's a very popular spot in the downtown area? Is there like what is that called? What would that be for us? Like going to Broadway? Like, I don't even know what that question really even is.
That was it was kind of hard thing because San Diego's so freaking like broad. in what it would be to be like a San Diego dad, right?
Yeah.
So like my life consists of running this business,
Uh-huh.
watching my kids play soccer. You know, I go,
Yeah.
you were traveling all over the place.
Yeah.
And like the things that I like to do, I like to hike. I go to
Mhm.
the mountains. I know we got the beach here. That's great. I'm not the biggest beach guy. I'm more of a mountain hiker.
Yeah,
Kinda guy, you know?
yeah.
But that's cool. That's the cool thing about San Diego is that if you're into the mountains, it's fucking 20 minutes that way.
Yeah.
You want the beach, it's 20 minutes this way.
Yeah.
You know, you want the desert, it's an hour and a half, 2 hours east, you know?
That is so true. That is one thing I loved about California, and I was so growing up in California. You're very blessed, and you don't
It's true.
realize that until like you leave, and you're like, oh, we have everything here.
Everything.
Everything.
And being a San Diego dad, it doesn't mean like, oh, you're in slippers, sandals, and a fucking shirt.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm fucking wearing skinny jeans and Converse or Vans, and you know,
Yeah.
I'm at the skate park, or
Yeah.
you know, I'm riding my bike, or you know, just playing the guitar on my patio,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
You did mention skateboarding earlier. Are
Uh-huh.
you grew up skateboarding?
I did, and
Nice.
BMXing.
Nice. What
Yeah.
was like? Were you more park, street?
Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's scary. A bike on street for me was like, no way.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. No. We were always getting kicked out of places. You
Yeah.
know, finding little sets and things we could, you know, jump.
What's the BMX place around here? Is it Sheep Hills or the big BMX jumps and stuff? I forget where.
Well,
those are at.
there's. I know Mission Trails used to have them. There's a BMX park in East County, Lakeside,
Mhm.
called Cactus Park.
Uh-huh.
Because I grew up in East County, that's kind of where I spent most of my time is East County. You
Yeah.
know, Mission Trails, there'd be all kinds of big ass jumps and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But that was many years
Yeah.
ago.
Do you remember getting in trouble like as a kid? Was there any big moments you're like, fuck,
Yeah, actually, it's funny you said it. I just recently was driving down my main road, and I don't know, this memory just sparked in my head. I was like, dude, I remember when I was a kid, me and my buddy were like riding our bikes down the street,
Mhm.
and traffic's going one way, we're going the opposite way of traffic. And this guy, like, I was in the street, and this guy, like, honks at us, and I turn around as, like, I don't know, 10, 11,
Uh-huh.
and I'm all, fuck you, and I give him the finger.
Uh-huh.
You know, and he fucking hits his brakes and he fucking reverses against traffic and starts coming after us. And me and my friend are like, oh shit. And
Mm.
we're getting on our bikes and we're just riding as fast as we can to get
Uh-huh.
away. But he's literally like a maniac driving through this parking lot, peeling out everywhere.
No.
And he kind of cornered us and he got out and he started yelling at us
Uh-huh.
and shit. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like 10, 11 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. At that age, you're big and bad until, you know,
Yeah.
until you're confronted at all.
Until
You're
I'm
like,
like, okay, you win.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Did you ever like get in trouble for like throwing rocks at cars and things like that? 'Cause
Yeah.
I did as a kid. I got.
Yeah, we would throw eggs. So like there was this little like, you know, you had the main road and then there was like this drain with a fence around it, but we could stand behind the fence and see the road, but they
Yeah.
couldn't see us. And so
Gold.
we'd go there with eggs and we'd see cars coming and we'd just start throwing,
Uh-huh.
you know, eggs at the cars and stuff like that. That only lasted a short time because we got in a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
trouble with that one.
Have you ever been in a situation where it was like you had something thrown at you by some kids and like, because I think I got hit by water balloons driving one time and I was fucking pissed. But then I started immediately thinking back. I was like, I've thrown rocks at cars.
Yeah.
A water balloon I could live with.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even. I was gonna turn around and do the whole thing. But have you ever been in like? Have you ever had something like happen to you?
I luckily have not had that happen.
Uh-huh. Knock on wood. Now it's not gonna. fucking
Exactly.
get-
But I do remember, I don't know, it's not really plumbing or anything related,
Yeah.
but
No, this is just fun
no,
stuff.
yeah, I just remember a lot of crazy shit happened to In-N-Out Burger.
Really.
Yeah. So I mean,
Ooh.
we've had people like take their whole entire order and like throw it through the whole kitchen and everything.
What?
Yeah, there was one time one dude it's crazy. Should I say it?
Yeah. You don't have to say a name, but
Okay, no, we were working there one night. I wasn't working there. I had just left because I had the morning shift, but the late shift, something had went down, and this dude got shot in the face with a shotgun
whoa.
through the window of his car. He was parked out in the parking lot, and our manager on site at the time had taken a bunch of like In-N-Out, the red aprons,
Mhm.
and literally like held this guy's face together in the parking lot
What the hell?
while he was fucking bleeding out and stuff.
Was it just a random?
No, they think it had like to do with drugs,
Yeah.
like some drug related thing. But
Fuck.
the guy who ended up doing that was in a chase down the 67 freeway,
Uh-huh.
and he ended up killing a police officer who didn't even know that he was running. He didn't even know, like the police officer was just near him.
Yeah.
Didn't know that this guy had just shot somebody.
Oh,
And
man.
the guy shot the police officer.
Dang.
Yeah.
There are some crazy people out here.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, there's been some wild shit. Nothing like that has ever happened in plumbing, though.
Yeah.
Weird enough, you know.
Never like walked into a house and you're just like,
I've been into hoarders' houses.
okay, so that's exactly where I was going.
That shit's crazy.
Hoarder, like, it's very sad because it is very much a mental thing, like a
Totally.
mental disorder.
Yeah.
But like, what did they hoard? Like, was it like some people hoard fucking piss jugs?
So I've been in a few, and the one that I remember the most was this lady, you know, old lady by herself.
Yeah.
And you walk into the house, obviously the outside of the house is all fucked up, it's, you know, falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
But you walk into the house and literally there's a path not even big enough for you to walk normally.
Yeah, you're like,
You have to walk like that. Yeah.
Black Friday
Yeah.
aisles, like, you know?
Exactly. And it's like floor to ceiling of boxes, newspaper, trash, food. I mean, you name it, it's in there.
Oof.
And it's stacked floor to ceiling, every single room, except for like she has a spot that she sits in the living room.
Yeah.
And then I had to work on the toilet, and I was like, I honestly really can't do anything, you know,
Yeah.
for you. I need space to work, because even the bathroom was just shit everywhere. you
Yeah.
know? And there was this other job where you know, elderly people are my favorite people. I love them the most. A lot of them are lonely, and they just
100%.
you know, talk. They want to talk. They want somebody to talk to. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm good with that, because I'm like, instill some, you know, life experience. I mean, I want to learn some
We're
shit.
the same. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Tell me some things,
Uh-huh.
you know? So a lot of times I don't do a lot of talking with them. I just listen to them while they're chatting away or whatever.
Yeah.
But I do remember this one elderly customer, and poor guy was like, I walk into the house and same thing, toilet situation, and it was backed up or something. But we walk into the bathroom, and literally up to my knees is like Depends diapers.
Oh no.
The bathtub full of like shit diapers on the walls everywhere, and like it was like flies, and it was so hard to even like be in there. And we're like, you know, like we can't really do anything for you, right? Like this needs to get cleaned up. You know? And I just felt bad. It was his only bathroom. I want to, like in a situation like that, I want to help no matter what. I want to do whatever I can, but there's also like that. We got to make sure we're safe too.
Dude, you're not hazmat certified.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
not hazmat certified.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
There's a difference between like wanting to do something good and then like there's going above and beyond, but then there's like way too far beyond.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm not a fucking astronaut. I can go up in a plane, but you're talking about going into fucking the stratosphere.
Yeah, so I mean, like you feel really bad for those kind of things.
Yeah.
I wish there was a lot more I could do in situations like that, you know, but
well, because especially like you could link them to somebody like these people will come and clean your house out. Two things, they're probably not going to want it, and they probably can't afford it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is, but
yeah,
there should be some sort of government assistance with that.
Sure, yeah, I agree. But one of the things that I plan on doing in the future of the company is having like some sort of, like if I come to a customer's home, or one of my employees goes to a customer's home, and they recognize that this person is really hard off.
Yeah.
You know, I want to know that,
Mm-hmm.
so we can like either have some sort of lottery,
Yeah.
have some sort of thing where we go like, hey, we're gonna fucking pay to fix all your shit.
Yeah, pro bono.
We're gonna fix it all.
Man,
Like,
yeah.
we're gonna get you back to whole again. So
that would
I've
be
been-
really cool.
yeah, it's something I've been working out in my head for a while, just, you know, but it's definitely something I want to do, because there's so many people who are just, they're struggling, man.
Yeah.
You know, and plumbing is essential.
Yes.
100% essential.
Yes. It's just
You
like
know?
having a meal. Like you got to have somewhere to have clean water and go
Yep.
to the restroom, and you know.
Yeah.
This is a first world country.
Totally.
There's a lot of people live in like a third world country.
Totally.
You know.
And what's that saying? It's like the trades is what separates us from being a third world country.
100%.
You know?
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
I've never heard that, but I believe that.
Yeah. I mean, without plumbers, without electricians, you know, people who build shit, you
Thinking
know, we're
about like some of
living
those
on dirt.
Yeah,
using
well,
fire.
you see like some of these like in India, you'll look at one of the power lines, and the power lines look like iPod earphones that are just all tangled up. It's like, I think this is it, and like,
Maybe.
it's fucking crazy.
Fuck?
If that was going on here, like, look at the fucking Santa Fe goddamn station's been there, what, since late 1800s, I'm sure?
Maybe early 1900s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's amazing, man.
yeah.
The trades are fucking awesome, and I wish people who use the trades
Mhm.
to make their lives better,
Yeah.
like who pay tradesmen,
Mm-hmm.
didn't give them so much shit
Yeah.
You know?
Well, or look down upon
or
it.
look down on them. I'm like, bro,
100%.
like your life doesn't work without us.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like, there's not one day where you don't use some sort of device or thing where a tradesman didn't touch that
Yeah.
or install that or
Right.
whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
What would you say to those people? Like, what's something that you can make them realize, like, I don't even know how to. You almost got to slap them in the fucking face and just be like, I don't know. The
I don't either.
tradespeople, the tradespeople definitely get overlooked all the time.
I think with like whole social media,
Mm-hmm.
I think that is slowly changing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that DIYers, people who do it themselves, I fucking love them. They're
Yeah.
great. More power to them. If you're gonna do it yourself, fucking rock and roll, right?
Yeah.
But I think social media really helps with allowing people to kind of see what it takes to do these jobs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the trades are, especially plumbing, is a feeling job.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of plumbing has to do with feeling something, and you can just that's why like people who just like do their own work.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the shit breaks.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh, I can do it myself. Yeah, do it yourself.
Yep.
That's perfect. But if you don't know how to feel it right, then the shit's gonna break.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
And then they'll have to call a real person. That's
Then
all.
they'll have to call a real plumber.
Yeah, they'll have to call
which is
Arcane.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me, I'll do it.
Real quick, how did you come up with the name Arcane?
So there's a show on Netflix called Arcane League of Legends.
Uh-huh.
I found as I get older, I'm a little nerdier than I thought. You know?
Yeah. Like you want a bit?
Yeah. I'm like, well, I've never been a nerd, but I think I'm nerdier than I thought I was.
It's a good thing to be nerdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arcane League of Legends. I like the name. The name, for whatever reason, just really stuck out to me. I was like, that's a
Yeah.
fucking cool name.
It's a
you know?
strong name.
Yeah, strong name.
I like it.
And so I, looked up what it was, and it meant it's Latin for like understood or known or mysterious or understood by few.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was kind of cool in the sense of it, pertaining to plumbing because, I go to so many people's homes.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, they just have no idea. It is plumbing is lost on them. They
Uh-huh.
have no idea. So I'm like, that's fucking cool. So it's not something that's well known to the masses.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like arcane knowledge. It's like that mysterious kind of knowledge.
Yeah.
But my goal is to, like, whenever I go to a customer's home, all I want to do is just educate them on their plumbing system.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
How do these things work?
Yeah.
Why is it there? You know?
Mm.
What does it mean to have high pressure?
Yeah.
What is a regulator and what does it do and how does it protect your home? You know?
Yeah.
Like, if the customers understand these things, then they understand the importance of having them work in their
Exactly.
home. Right?
Yep.
Because, we want longevity in the plumbing system, but
Mhm.
there's so many factors in plumbing that are working against longevity.
Mm-hmm.
So it requires a lot of maintenance. It requires, upkeep and
Yeah. I think a lot of people
Yeah.
don't realize that too. Now that I've been part of like the plumbing industry, maintenance is everything.
Yeah.
Especially in certain areas, like some parts of
Especially
Texas.
here.
Yeah, well,
Fucking places-
California, San Diego, like
Yeah.
you guys got real like the water here. Yeah, super hard water.
Yeah.
Got all the stuff in
Does
the water.
David say it's the 8th, 9th worst in the country?
Yeah, is it?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I would say at least top 10 for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, some places in Texas you can have your water heater go bad after 3 years of not having anything on it because you have such bad water.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then some people, like, if they don't know what you're talking about, it just seems to, like, to them, you're just trying to get me to buy some other shit. It's like,
Right.
I'll be back here for another 4,000, 5,000 because you didn't want to do anything on it.
Right. Yeah.
Do you find it like very rewarding when somebody is intrigued by like having you walk them through the steps on like what you're kind of
Totally.
doing?
Yeah.
Do you
I
like?
because I get to nerd out a little.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I try to do that on my jobs anyways. Even if they don't really seem interested, I like to walk them through everything I did.
Yeah.
What I did, the attention to detail I took to make sure something looked a certain way.
Mhm.
Because it's very easy to miss that stuff when you just see, oh, this faucet was installed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But if that faucet is, you know, exactly the same distance from the back wall. The
Mhm.
handles, everything is like, and everything's symmetrical and
Yeah.
looking good. Like,
Oh, that feels good too.
right?
Like, it's a good clean.
I could just take that faucet and just throw it in and not care how it looks.
Yeah.
But taking that extra, you know, couple minutes to make sure
Yeah.
everything's fucking
nice and tits.
nice. I was gonna say that too.
That's what my dad said.
I was gonna say nice tits, man.
Nice bulge, brother. No, I'm kidding. Eric, closing statements. Do you have anything that's going on in your company that you want everybody kind of know, or do you guys have any promos coming up, or is there anything that you want to kind of put out there for everybody listening? You guys hiring?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. It's coming though.
Don't be sending your resumes in yet.
Yeah, not yet. It's coming though.
But yeah.
No, I mean promo. Yeah, I mean we're always running specials. You
Uh-huh.
know, on filtration systems, tankless water heaters. You know, sewer cleanings.
Yeah.
We got a
What-
website. You know, Google.
Yep.
5 stars on Google.
What's your guys' website?
Arcaneplumbing.com.
Arcaneplumbing.com.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of call that you like to get called out? It's just like you don't mind it.
I actually don't mind diagnostics, man.
Yeah.
I enjoy being presented with a problem
Mm-hmm.
and then doing all the testing and figuring out what's causing that problem
Mm-hmm.
and then presenting the solution to the customer. I actually like that part of plumbing more than anything else.
Uh-huh.
You know. So yeah, I would say that's probably my
Heck
favorite.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I guess the last and final question that we love asking. So you're hungry and you're thirsty. You just got to a gas station. What is your go-to snack and your drink? Could be
fuck?
energy, or it could be
Those,
just like a.
I love those from 7-Eleven, the
Mhm.
little rollers, the tortilla,
Oh, like the taquito
the
thing.
taquito
Yeah.
things with the fucking cheese and jalapeno or the beef and cheese.
Ooh, somebody else said that too.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
Those are good, man.
So would you say 7-Eleven is your favorite gas station?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would
There's so
say
many of them out here.
Right.
I didn't realize.
AM PM has good ice though.
Ooh, they have the crushed ice?
That crushed ice shit.
Ooh, Jordan.
Yeah.
You love crushed ice. What was your drink?
Oh, honestly, I just drink water and maybe
Yeah.
Gatorade.
Yeah, Gatorade.
Water and Gatorade. Coffee too. I fucking love
Yeah.
coffee.
You like 7-Eleven coffee?
I used to, and then I
Uh,
was like, oh, I'm making more money. I'll buy Starbucks.
yeah. Make sure you get rewards, because rewards fucking hit different when you're
Oh,
at
yeah.
Starbucks.
yeah.
You see a $12 drink and it's like, I'm gonna get this one on you guys today.
Yeah, yeah.
But Eric, thank you so much for sitting
man.
down with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We'll definitely have to circle back and we'll touch base again, maybe here in the near future.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah.
We like to ask everybody, what hat would you prefer, black or brown?
Ooh.
It's kind of hard because this looks like your guys.
I know, right? Let's go brown.
Brown? Okay.
Yeah.
Brown. There
Cool.
it is. There
That
you
works.
are. Thank you for coming on.
Thank
you
you.
for sharing everything.
Absolutely.
And yeah,
There we go.
everybody stay tuned for more. Thank you.